Permanence, perseverance, and persistence, in spite of all obstacles, discouragements, and impossibilities. It is this that distinguishes the strong soul from the weak. Thomas Carlyle, a well-respected philosopher, once said this. With that, I want to leave you with a question to resonate while I tell my story. Are there any obstacles, discouragements, or impossibilities that could keep you from pursuing what you enjoy? One day, my friend Xavier hits me up and he wants to cruise to Bear, so I'm like, yeah, I'm down. So we cruise up to Bear, start taking some laps, and I end up seeing my boy Ryan. And he's holding this crisp T3i camera, and I'm like, hell yes, I'm gonna film today. We're gonna get some clips. So we start taking laps up the chairlift, and on this chairlift, having a lift conversation, what's said on the lift stays on the lift. So when you're on the lift, you could see down the whole mountain. You could see all the features. And I pick out this one rail, and I look to Ryan, I look to Xavier. I'm like, you guys think I could flip out of the donkey dick rail? And they're like, hell yeah, dude, you totally got it. So the donkey dick rail is this rail that has a kink on the end shaped like a donkey's dick. That's why they call it that. And so we cruise down that lap and stop at the rail. Ryan goes to post up the film, and I turn to Xavier, and I'm like, Xavier, you really think I got this? And he's like, yeah, dude, you totally got it. So I'm posted, I'm sitting there, stands in my mind, I'm having a war with myself right now, because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. But I cruise down, and everything is in slow motion. As cheesy as that sounds, everything is in slow motion. I finally lock onto the rail, I lock into 50-50, everything is going well right now. I'm sliding down, I pop off the kink, I start my rotation for the flip, I'm upside down, and all I can think right now is I'm totally fucked. I was totally fucked. So, I start the flip, end it, black out completely. Apparently 2 to 3 minutes later, I wake up, Ski Patrol has me, and I can't answer any of their questions. I'm totally out of it. So they slide me down to Ski Patrol, where they want to call me an ambulance, and I'm like, no, I'll have none of that, I'm way too poor for that. So Xavier drives me down to the ER, where I'm admitted immediately. They take me in, faces are turning, like everyone's jaw is dropped at my face apparently. So I look to my friend Xavier and I'm like, my face must be beautiful right now. And he's like, yeah, totally gorgeous. So they send me back into the room and tell me I need an antibiotic and I ask for a painkiller. So I lay down on the bed and she tells me to flip over. So I'm like, oh great, shots in my ass. That's gonna be fun. So she gives me 2 shots. I watched Xavier's jaw drop as the shots go in, and that was prime experience, must say. After that, they send me into the MRI room to get an MRI and a CAT scan. Quickly get out of there, and this is where everything's starting to set in. Before, I was incredibly concussed, even though I'm still concussed, but now I had painkillers in me, and I was just out of it. Nothing was kicking in until now. I'm sitting there on the bed with Xavier now, and the situation is getting real. I'm starting to realize that this could affect my life, my entire life ahead of me. I had just had a concussion last week from snowboarding, and this is my second within a week period. So I'm sitting there, Xavier's holding my hand, and honestly, I'm breaking down right now. He's sitting there, he's saying the only thing he could possibly say, which is everything's gonna be all right. And the doctor is taking an incredible amount of time to give me my results for some reason, but he ends up walking up and finally telling me, and the prick totally pauses for dramatic effect, I swear to God. And then he tells me, Steele, everything is going to be okay. You have no severe brain bleeding or trauma. And at that point, a sigh of relief just passed through me. I knew everything was gonna be all right. He then sends me down to a specialist ER down in Loma Linda where I can get my beautiful face fixed up, but that's another story for another day. So this accident, honestly, was a huge scare, and it'll probably change the things I do for the rest of my life. But it's not gonna stop me from doing what I love. I mean, what is life without passion? With that, I want to leave you guys with a little advice, and that is to live your life with permanence, perseverance, and persistence.